Do you remember your GPA from sophomore year or from senior year or from high school? Well, I don't remember, and I haven't even thought about it until like now, this video. But do you remember how obsessed we were to get it higher? 3.8, 4.0, 3.6. I don't even remember those numbers, and I didn't even have to talk about my GPA or bring it up for years. And you know, it's the same with the YouTube journey. In a year from now, you won't even remember whether you got monetized at 6 months, at a year and a half, 3 months. You won't even remember the number of your subscribers unless you track them. Every month I track my subscribers, and I just recently watched a video from week 1 and I noticed I was at 20 subscribers, but it wouldn't matter whether I was at 20, at 10, or at 50, or at 100. I'm now at over 400, and it really doesn't matter how fast I grew in my first week. And it's going to be the same with monetization. How fast you grow in that first few months, in the first year, won't really matter. And I have a great example. This New York vlogger, after 1 year, was at 400 subscribers. She wasn't monetized. Her watch time was also pretty low. But now, 4 years later, she's at 80,000 subscribers. She lives in New York City, tons of brand deals. The fact that she didn't reach monetization after a year, it really is irrelevant. And what if she did? What if she was at 10,000 subscribers instead of 400? Right now, it really doesn't matter. And it's usually the same with every timeline. If we are in the game, if we are in it for the marathon, the little sprints, the little dots, how well every single video is doing, doesn't matter. I am training myself, because trust me, I'm human too. And I get into these analysis, but I'm really training myself to look at the whole graph, to look at things in context instead of analyzing every single dots. I'm trying to look at patterns. There are so many other things that we could focus on YouTube. YouTube gives us an incredible opportunity to get into competition with ourselves. We have very robust analytics, so we could see if it's thumbnails or titles, retention that we have to work on, because there is always something to work on. So instead of obsessing over that timeline, that initial growth, it's best to focus on what we should be improving, on the competition with ourselves. And you know what else is also important? Enjoying the process, because there must be something about YouTube and the YouTube process that you really love. Maybe it's graphics or editing or just being a teacher, being a guide to your potential clients, to your audience. So go deeper into it and truly enjoy and focus on joy instead of focusing on this obsession over the timeline and how fast you're growing and how fast you should be growing. Because you know, that's another thing. Our minds are very selective, trying to make us feel inadequate if we let it. Did you notice that our mindset specifically chooses people who are growing faster to make us feel inadequate, because the videos of people who are not growing fast are not going to be there, because we only see these viral videos with no context. I got monetized in a month or in 3 months, because people who grow really, really slowly, they probably don't make videos because they feel inadequate and they are at the beginning and they are struggling with their mindset. So they're not going to be making videos about it. So we are constantly exposed to those videos that are literally outliers of creators who are growing super fast, who take off right away. If we let ourselves obsess over it and compare our growth to theirs, especially in the initial stages, that really doesn't matter, we are really robbing ourselves from joy and replacing it with this frustration and dissatisfaction. Is there a video that you made that you're proud of? Celebrate that. Be very proud of it, because you really deserve it, instead of having this feeling of dissatisfaction. There is a video that I'm proud of. I filmed a video sharing with you what niches are really in right now in the over 40 market. I shared 5 of them with tons of examples of YouTube video ideas. Watch this next, and I hope it inspires you.